A man spends his youth building. He builds his body. He builds his career. He builds a name for himself. He runs fast. He pushes hard. He collects things. He fights for status. He listens to the loud voices of the world telling him to be more, get more, do more. Then, one day, he feels tired. The things he built feel heavy. The status feels empty. The noise becomes a headache. He looks for peace and finds none. He looks for meaning and finds a ledger of accomplishments that do not warm his soul. He learns, too late, that he was building on the wrong foundation. Meanwhile, for over 2,000 years, the answers he seeks have been waiting. They were written in the quiet of ancient China by men who observed the heavens, the rivers, and the human heart. They understood the laws of nature and the laws of a good life. Their lessons are not about getting ahead. They are about coming home, to yourself, to your purpose, to a life of peace and genuine strength. These are the lessons men too often learn only after years of noise. These are the teachings of Lao Tzu, Confucius, Sun Tzu, Mencius, Zhuangzi, and others. This is not philosophy for scholars. This is an operating manual for a life well lived, delivered straight to you, so you do not have to learn it the hard way, so you do not have to learn it too late. Part 1. Lao Tzu, The Power of Softness. Lesson: The river outlasts the rock. A young man believes strength is hardness, a stiff back, a clenched fist, an unbending will. He sees the rock in the river and thinks it is powerful. It stands against the current. It is rigid and strong. But come back in 100 years. The rock is worn, smooth, smaller, defeated. The river is still flowing. The river won. It did not win by fighting. It won by flowing. It was soft, flexible, and adaptable. It went around. It persisted. Lao Tzu, the father of Taoism, taught this. He called it Wu Wei, action through non-action. It does not mean do nothing. It means do not force, do not struggle against the natural flow of things. Be like water. Why men learn it too late. A man spends decades trying to be the rock. He forces his way through obstacles. He breaks relationships with his stubbornness. He burns out his energy fighting currents. He arrives at middle age exhausted, eroded, and wondering why his rigid strength left him so fragile. Only then does he see the wise, gentle men who conserved their energy, flowed with life's changes, and quietly achieved more with less strain. How to apply it now. Identify the current. Look at your biggest challenge. Are you pushing directly against it? What is the natural flow? Is there a way around rather than through? The current might be a failing business model, a strained relationship, or a personal habit. Stop pushing the rock. Look for the river's path. Practice softness in speech. Next time you are in an argument, do not harden, do not raise your voice. Soften it. Listen. Your calm, soft words will be more powerful than shouts. They will diffuse the conflict and give you control. Adapt like water. When a change happens, a job loss, a plan canceled, do not immediately resist. Ask, how can I adapt to this? How can I flow with this new reality? Your first job is to observe the new current, not to fight it. Lesson: the empty space is what makes it useful. Lao Tzu asked, what is the most useful part of a clay pot? It is not the clay, it is the empty space inside. What is the most useful part of a room? It is not the walls, it is the open space where you can live.
A man fills his life with clay, with possessions, appointments, noise, and activity. He thinks the fullness is the measure of his life. He is afraid of emptiness, of silence, of stillness. But Lao Tzu teaches that true usefulness, true peace, and true potential lie in the empty spaces. Your quiet time is not wasted, it is where you hear yourself. The gap between your activities is not a problem to be filled, it is where creativity is born. The things you do not say often hold more power than the things you do. Why men learn it too late. He fills his years, his garage, and his mind until there is no room. He has everything and feels nothing. He craves peace, but has no space for it. He only values the emptiness after a crisis, a loss, a silence, forces him to experience it. Then he realizes the emptiness was what he needed all along. How to apply it now. Create daily empty space. For 30 minutes a day, do nothing. No phone, no book, no music. Sit, walk, stare out a window. This is not laziness, this is maintaining the useful emptiness of your mind. Simplify your belongings. Look at your possessions. Which ones serve you? Which ones do you serve? The pot is useful for its space. Your home is useful for the living space. Clear out the clutter that fills the useful emptiness. Embrace pauses in conversation. Do not rush to fill every silence. Let it sit. The most important thoughts often arise in those empty moments. Your silent presence can be more powerful than your chatter. Part 2. Confucius. The foundation is relationships. Lesson. The mirror of relationships. Confucius did not focus on grand cosmic truths. He focused on the practical floor of a good life, human relationships. He taught that to build a peaceful society, you must first build a good home. To be a good leader, you must first be a good man. He said, "Do not do to others what you do not want done to yourself." This is not passive, it is the active principle of empathy. Your relationships are a mirror. How you treat others is a direct reflection of your own character. A man who is disrespectful at home cannot be a true leader elsewhere. A man who is dishonest with his friends lives in a prison of his own making. Why men learn it too late. A young man often chases external validation, titles, wins, conquests. He may neglect his family, use his friends, and see relationships as tools or distractions. He believes success is a solo act. He arrives at the peak of his career, looks around, and finds himself alone. The respect he craved is absent because he gave none. The loyalty he needs is gone because he invested in none. He learns that all the trophies in the world cannot warm a cold, empty house.